Now at 5:30, 3 people face charges after a car containing a mobile meth lab crashed into a state police cruiser.
Details coming up on WKYT this morning. Also, a Menifee County family will have to rebuild their family business after a massive fire heavily damaged it.
And with drier weather sweeping across the state, it's created a breeding ground for fast-moving forest fires.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, Hump Day. Glad to have you with us. And the first day of April. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It was a really great day yesterday. I'm hoping that we can have some more of that today.
I think we do. We get that, today and tomorrow, or part of tomorrow? Let's not push this, Jim. Let's see how far we can go here, because we are about to run into something.
Yeah, we are. We're about to run into more showers and thunderstorms, and a first possibility of severe weather across Kentucky this year. How about that? We've gone a long time without it, and we can see it any time of year, but we'll have our fair chance coming up Thursday, Friday. Right now, though, we're talking about Defender and the chill in the air. We've got 30s out there. 38 degrees in Lexington with Mount Sterling coming in at 36. And we'll see a few more 30s likely seep into the area as we head through the next few hours. But what will happen later today is we'll explode again with our temperatures. We'll go into the noon hour around 60. How about 65 by 2 o'clock? And then we get into the evening, and we're up to around 68. Yesterday, we got into the low mid-70s. Today, we're going to be very warm again. We're above average. That's the most important thing, with a lot of sunshine out there. But the changes are coming, and we will track those for you, as always, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. See you then. Thank you.
We have some new information this morning on a breaking news alert we first brought you last night at 11. 3 people face charges after a car with a mobile meth lab inside crashed into a state police cruiser.
All that happened late last night on Outlet Center Drive in Georgetown, and WKYT's Mark Barber is there live over in Georgetown this morning with the latest on the case and what we've uncovered in this. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. State police say that this chase started when they saw the car driving with its headlights off up by this Waffle House off of Cherry Blossom Way. Now, police say that this chase ended here in the ditch right in front of the Shell gas station, just about 100 yards away from where it started. State troopers tell us that they tried to stop their car around 10 o'clock last night. According to KSP, the driver would not pull over, and while trying to escape, crashed into a police cruiser. Now, we're told that the state trooper was not hurt, but the cruiser was damaged. Now, KSP say that's when the 3 people in the car left it in the ditch and took off on foot. A short time later, troopers say they caught the 2 men and the woman who were in the car. However, they were taken to the hospital, not to jail. State police say they were decontaminated and taken to the hospital because they found an active meth lab in their car.
We have a lot of problems in this area with rolling meth labs. It's a danger not only to the people in the vehicles, but it's a danger to other motorists that are around, because any of that contaminated air can actually get drawn into neighboring vehicles.
Now, the decontamination process can be quite lengthy. Crews were out here for about an hour last night decontaminating that car. As for the 3 people who were inside that car, state police tell us that they will not be arrested until they are released from the hospital, until they are facing multiple charges. Live in Georgetown, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And firefighters worked for hours to get a massive fire in Menifee County under control. And now they're searching for some answers as to what caused that fire at Sawmill, the sawmill located out on Highway 713. The fire started just after noon yesterday, and it destroyed Farrell's Sawmill outside of Frenchburg. Heavy winds spread the fire into a nearby section of the Daniel Boone National Forest. Folks who live nearby say they were terrified by how quickly the fire spread.
The smoke was thick. You couldn't see nothing. It's scary, real scary, because if it gets down close, I'm out here. I am out of here.
The Farrell family says they will have to rebuild their mill. Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused that fire. Well, recent dry and windy weather has created the perfect conditions, unfortunately, for forest fires here in Kentucky.
Crews across central and eastern Kentucky fought multiple fires actually yesterday in several counties. Even though it was a really nice day, obviously caused some problems. Victor Puente is live in Lexington with the latest on forest fire totals.
Good morning, guys. Firefighters across the state have been dealing with forest and brush fires for the past few weeks. Conditions here in Lexington were bad enough yesterday, they issued a burn ban. That ban came after firefighters had to respond to more than a dozen outdoor fires. A similar scene has been playing out across the state. In Fleming County, firefighters had to deal with a forest fire near the Hillsborough community. Dispatchers tell us the fire is now out. They say no one was injured. Their neighbors in Rowan County also had a fire to deal with on Rodburn Hollow Road. Firefighters there tell us the fire is contained and wasn't near any homes. Kentucky forestry officials say since mid-March they've had 98 forest fires burn more than 1,300 acres. The state's top foresters said they're worried about more fires. They also say the main cause of the fires they've seen is arson. Here in Lexington, the burn ban put in place by the fire department is scheduled to expire in just under an hour and a half. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
A mess. Thanks so much, Victor. A Central Kentucky mother is still searching for answers after her sister landed in jail on charges of abusing the woman's son. Police tell the woman's sister, Angela Spoonamore, was drunk at a home in the Garrett County while watching her nephew. Others at the home told police Spoonamore tried to make her nephew drink alcohol and also threw him.
I don't know what happened because I have a recording of one of the girls that signed statements. And I was told at first she gave it to him, then she threw him to the floor, then she got up and he fell out of her lap. Come here. You can't leave.
Police say the investigation's ongoing. Others were at the home, but Spoonamore was the only one arrested.
The time is 5:36 now on WKYT this morning, and 3 men have been arrested. They're accused of shoplifting from a Perry County store and then robbing another store. Hazard police say the 3 men are from Johnson County, and at least 2 of them will now face charges. We're told that they shoplifted from the Advance Auto Parts store and then went across the street and robbed the Dollar General. A clerk at the store says she confronted the men, and then he pushed her down. It has been a week now since 2 Wolfe County inmates escaped from jail. They have still not been caught. State police say cousins, 19-year-old Dallas Trent and 23-year-old John Trent, got away from the jailer while they were being transported last week. They were headed back to the Three Forks Regional Jail after a court appearance in Wolfe County. Officials say the transport car slowed down, and that's when the inmates made their break for it, jumping out of the car and escaping. Jailers tell us one of the inmates reversed the child safety lock when they got into the back seat, which allowed them to open the door from the inside.
We done some work on the doors. We took the door handles out and got them a little more secure.
The Trents were in jail on robbery charges, and they're now looking at felony escape charges on top of that. Law enforcement agencies across Kentucky have been notified of the escape.
UK's rodeo team got some real-life hands-on experience when a steer got loose on campus. UK police say the steer escaped around 10 o'clock yesterday morning when he was being offloaded at a campus research facility near Nicholasville Road and Cooper Drive. The steer got through an unsecured gate and was at the center of a steer hunt for nearly 2 hours. A lot of folks referring to this wild beast there as a cow, but it's a steer technically. It is called Lexington Cow on Twitter. It wasn't until that bovine was lassoed by a member of UK's rodeo team that he was caught.
I didn't think I was going to be needing it until practice tonight.
With the help of Bluegrass Stockyards, the animal was sedated, loaded into a trailer, and returned to the college unharmed.
And there's this, as folks across the city are gearing up for UK celebrations this weekend when the Cats take on the Wisconsin Badgers in the Final Four game. A comedian and Lexington resident is using some humor to urge fans not to get too out of control. Etta Mae posted a video to her Facebook page urging students to save the couch.
I never understood why a perfectly good piece of furniture has to die just because we win or don't win a basketball game.
The video is getting plenty of attention. So far, it has more than 150,000 views. There's a cat, her wildcat, by the way. That's been shared out thousands of times. Lexington city officials say burning indoor furniture outdoors is a code violation at any time of the day or night. So keep that in mind. I think Etta Mae is going to be with us on the noon news on Friday, by the way. Yeah.
Always a laugh, that one. Well, since State Street and the surrounding area, best known for its wild post-UK basketball game celebrations, police are keeping a close eye on rowdy folks. But it's just not police looking out for the younger crowds. UK employee Tom Atkins and his wife have lived on Crescent Avenue for 11 years. Atkins tells us he keeps a close eye on his property and makes sure students do not get out of control.
As you go along in rank, try to remember what it was like when you were, so you can kind of think of, you know, okay, kid's gone out and done something stupid. Well, I did something stupid similar to that too.
Well, Atkins worked for the UK College of Dentistry. He says the best part of living on Crescent is being able to walk to work. I would say that would be a very convenient option for him, and good to see that he's taking, you know, a proactive role in keeping the rowdy folks not so rowdy.
And while trying to remember that he was young once himself, as he said there.
Haven't we all been there, right? A long time ago. As we've said, today is April Fool's Day. Hopefully you have not gotten pranked yet.
But if you want to see a really cool trick, Google is getting in on April Fool's Day. The action there, you can play the classic arcade game Pac-Man on Google Maps. You can pick any street in the world and play it on including your own. All you have to do is open up Google Maps, click on the Pac-Man icon next to the Earth View option. This isn't the only time that Google has had some fun with its Maps feature. In past years, you could collect Pokemon characters at famous world landmarks. But today it's Pac-Man. All right, back to that. Our time this morning is 5:41 on WKYT. Let's check live drive traffic this morning, see what's going on out there, bright and early.
Yeah, it is early. I don't know about bright, but we'll get there eventually. I-64 and I-75, the northern split is looking pretty good. We do have closures scheduled starting at 9 this morning until 3 in the afternoon at South Limestone between Administration Drive and Avenue. The Champions one-lane blocked at a time for sign work. That's through today.
And resurfacing work continuing in Madison County on I-75 between Richmond and the Clays Ferry Bridge. A lot more news coming up for you here on your Wednesday.
Up next, you'll get to see a Georgetown boy take his sweet dance moves to a national stage. Peyton Peanut Henderson took his happy dance to the Late Late Show.
And our forecast looking pretty good out there today. We're running in the 30s right now. I'll take a closer look coming up.